Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning candidates. So, welcome to Multi-Skilled Technical Corporation or MSTC. So, I am Wendell Kerwin. I am your accredited competency assessor for today for instrumentation and control servicing and C2. So, this is my identification for instrumentation and control servicing and C2 competency assessor. So, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the following gentlemen here, Mr. Alvarez. He is one of the members of our institution. Good morning, sir. And beside him is Mr. Bermudez. He is the representative of, from TESDA provincial office. So, good morning, sirs, again. You don't need to worry about them because they are here just to oversee the conduct of this competency assessment and to check if the conduct is in accordance to the prescribed competency assessment methodology and procedures. So they are not here to assess you. Okay? So before we start, let me check your attendance first, and I will pass the attendance sheet. After we finish, then please return to me. This is the attendance sheet. Okay. So are you done? Okay, if you're done, then please pass it forward. Thank you. Thank you. So, we'll call your name and kindly present your admission slip. So, okay, Miss Vergara, let me see your valid ID to validate your identity. Okay. Okay, thank you. And Mr. Kerwin, ID please. Okay, thank you. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. So now let's proceed to the self-assessment guide. So what I have here with me is the self-assessment guide and your accomplished application form. So I have your data with me and the self-assessment guide. So the self-assessment guide is an indication that you know and you can perform the units of competency enumerated in the INC servicing NC2 competency. So if you pass this assessment, you can get the national certificate, and you just need to go to the TESDA regional office. After 3 working days, you can get your certificate, and you need to present the competency assessment result summary just like this later on, and 1 passport size ID with white background and your tag name. Yeah. So the validity period of this certificate, national certificate, is 5 years. Right? So for the overview of the qualification, so let me introduce to you the overview of the instrumentation and control NC2 qualification. So firstly, this one deals with the skills, knowledge, and attitude of an instrumentation and control technician in accordance with the industry standards. So today, I'll be going to administer the competency assessment for instrumentation and control servicing NC2. And the qualification for this assessment is composed of 3 basic competencies, which are basic, common competency, and the core competency. So for our core competency, we have the install, calibrate instrumentation and control devices, calibrate instrumentation and control devices, and configure instrumentation and control devices. So the different tasks to be performed for the instrumentation and control servicing NC2 are to interpret work instructions, install and test installed instrumentation and control devices. At the same time, secondly is to plan and prepare for calibration, then calibrate and test the calibrated INC devices. And thirdly, to plan and prepare for configuration, configure and test and inspect configured INC devices. So those are the qualifications and the tasks to be performed. So for the examination, we will collect evidences through the different assessment methods. So those are written exams, which I have here, and the demonstration in the assessment area and also at the same time oral questioning while you're demonstrating. So these assessment methods will determine your knowledge and skills in instrumentation and control servicing NC2. This also can help you measure your underpinning knowledge and skills regarding the instrumentation and control servicing NC2. Alright? Now, during the demonstration, during that assessment, you might have personal needs, and for your personal needs, our restrooms are located at the right side of the building, over there, and you can also take your meal at our cafeteria at the left wing of this building, over there. So if you have religious practices or medications, I will allow you to do that inside the assessment center. But during assessment or the actual demonstration, testing, you are not allowed to leave the premises of the assessment center. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, we have do's and don'ts during the assessment. So please do not forget the do's and don'ts or the policies of the assessment center. So for the do's, you have to follow the security policies and procedures. Again, then you have to follow the rules of for use of facilities. So you have to also follow the occupational health and safety procedures. Right? So for the don'ts, using cell phone during the assessment is not allowed, of course. And leaving the premises of the assessment center without informing me as the assessor or any staff is not allowed. And then lastly, loitering in the premises is also not allowed. So do you have any questions or clarifications?
None.
Okay. If none, then I will distribute the specific instructions for you guys as the candidates. Now, to distribute the specific instructions, you have to read carefully the instructions. I will give you 5 minutes to read the document. And if you're having a hard time on understanding the given instruction, please approach me because I'm very willing to attend to you. And regarding that, I hope it is clear. And if do you have any clarifications regarding the given instruction?
None.
None so far. So okay, let's proceed to the next. So concerning the questions during assessment, here is the rule. So you have, if you have questions or clarifications that may arise, you may raise your hand and you can approach me, and I will assist you. But once the assessment has started, asking questions are not allowed. During the assessment, if you have physical or any forms of difficulties, do not hesitate to call my attention, or so we can address it immediately. Is that clear?
Yes.
Alright, very good. So in case you fail in this assessment, so this is an overview of how to be reassessed again. So after the assessment, and we found that you are not yet competent, you can be reassessed anytime at your own convenience. Alright? So in case of reassessment, this is full qualifications. You need to undergo the whole process again. But if in case you are not yet competent on a certain competency, you just need to be reassessed on that particular competency. So it's not to be repeated all. So, but if you fail twice, you need to undergo a refresher course. It's like repeat again, but in terms of a refresher course, to be able to take the INC Servicing NC2 assessment again, just like this. So if you're not satisfied with the result of the assessment, you can make an appeal to the assessment center here or through a formal letter. So I hope that is clear related to the reassessment. Now for the written exam, which we're going to conduct right after this, we are going to start the written exam. So this is the written exam. Please read the questions carefully and encircle the right answer. So you will have 1 hour for this examination. And now I will distribute the test paper. So now this is the test paper. Okay. This is the test paper I will distribute. You may now answer it. This for me. Alright, so you only have 5 minutes left. Okay, you're done. Kindly pass the test papers forward. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay. is the test paper. Let me give it here. Okay. So for the demonstration, since the written test is done, so we will now proceed with the demonstration, and I will assign you with the numbers, and this number will be in accordance with your attendance sheet. And so here are the respective numbers. So Miss Vergara, this is your number. You will be the candidate number 1, and Mr. Kerwin, this is your number. You will be the candidate number 2. So when I call you, you will proceed to the area which I will tell you. So Miss Vergara, you may proceed to the assessment center right now, assessment room right now. So for the rest, Mr. Kerwin, stay here until all the candidates are finished, and if they are finished, so you will proceed to for your demonstration and oral questioning. So are you okay with that? So I will now leave you right now, and we will proceed to the demonstration area. So stay here until your name is called. Don't leave these premises because you will be called for the demonstration once the candidate is finished in the demonstration. Okay, so I will just prepare the rating sheet. So I have here the rating sheet. Okay. Demonstration. Rating sheet. Okay, candidate number 1. So we are here in the demo. Okay, correct. We are here in the demonstration area, and in the institutional assessment area or the demonstration area. So here are your tools, and you have here the multimeter, pressure transmitter, heart communicator, and sets of tools that you will need for during the demonstration of calibrating instrumentation and control device. Take note, for the tools for INC technician, some of them are sharp, just like the tube cutter and the crimping wire crimpers. So you have to observe the occupational health and safety procedures, because if any accident happens, you have to let me know, and I have to stop immediately the demonstration, because for me to attend to your needs immediately. So is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so you will be given 30 minutes to perform this demonstration, and while doing that, I will rate you with my rating sheet, and if you have any questions, you let me know right now. Otherwise, if none, then you may start right now. Can we start right now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now you can start the demonstration while I'm doing the rating for you. Okay. Okay, so the demonstration is finished, and please do not leave the premises, because I will proceed with the oral questioning. So are you ready with the oral questioning? Okay, let's go to the oral question. Okay, if in case this is the oral question, we have 2 questions to ask. How will you know if the pressure transmitter is calibrated or not? Okay. And then the question number 2, what will happen if you connect the ampere meter in reverse? Okay. So let me rate you in the rating sheet. Okay, you now proceed to the waiting area. Please don't leave the premises until your name is called, because we're going to have the assessment result. So I'm going to pass the assessment result. You just need for your name to be called. Meantime, please call candidate number 2 for me. Candidate number 2.
Sure turn.
Candidate number 2, can you proceed to the demonstration area, to the assessment area for your demonstration? Can you sit down? Okay. Okay, candidate number 2, let me have your number. Thank you. Okay, candidate number 2, before we start, how are you feeling right now? Are you okay? Okay, very good. So, before we start, let me introduce you our tools. Here we have the multimeter, and then we have the pressure transmitter, we have the heart communicator, everything that you need for to calibrate the instrumentation and control device. So here are the sets of tools that you will need, and take note that some of them are sharp, just like the tube cutter and wire cutter. And in case accident happens, immediately you have to let me know, and we have to stop the demonstration because in order for me to attend to your situation immediately. All right? Okay. So I will give you 30 minutes to perform the demonstration, and while doing that, I will rate you with my in my rating sheet. Is that okay? Do you have any questions? If not, then let's proceed to the demonstration. Okay. Are you done? Okay, thank you very much. But don't leave. We have to continue for the oral questioning. So, are you okay? We can start the oral questioning. Okay. Candidate number 2. How will you know if the pressure transmitter is already calibrated or not? All right. Okay. So, for question number 2, what will happen if you connect the ampere meter during the calibration in reverse? Okay. Okay, we are now finished with the oral questioning and the demonstration. So please proceed to the waiting area. Don't leave the premises until we are all finished, because I'm going to give you the assessment result to both of you. You may call candidate number 1 for the assessment. Okay. Please proceed to the waiting area. Your assessment result. So here is your assessment result, but before that, let me know how are you feeling right now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So if you are given the chance to rate your assessment, let's say 5 is the highest, 1 is the lowest, how will you rate yourself? Are you competent or not yet competent?
Competent.
Okay. So okay, candidate number 1. So let me give you the assessment result. And for your written exam, you got the result of the score of 28 over 30, which is very good. You passed the written examinations. For the demonstration, I found that you have performed all the requirements for the calibration, and you have correctly installed everything and wired everything, which is good, and you passed the demonstration. And for the oral questioning, all my questions you have answered very well. So with that, I declare you as competent for the qualification, because you perform all the tasks within the standard qualification for INC servicing NC2. So because of that, again, congratulations. And because of that, please sign the competency assessment result summary. At the same time, your rating sheet. Okay. So are you done? Please have the papers. Have the papers now. So I will give this document to the AC manager, and for the signature. And while doing that, let us wait until he returns it to us. So you can get your national certificate to the nearest TESDA provincial office. And just present this certificate of assessment result summary after the assessment manager has signed and returned to us. And you will have to bring one passport size ID picture with white background and tag name. So you can go there from Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock in the morning. So, but before you leave, kindly evaluate the assessment process and me also as the assessor. So, okay, thank you. So, are you done? Okay. Again, congratulations, and please wait for the at the waiting area. Again, congratulations. You may call candidate 2. Please proceed to the assessment area for your assessment result. Okay. Okay, candidate 2. So here is the result of your assessment. But before that, I want to ask you how you are feeling right now. Are you okay? Great. So, if you are given the chance to rate your assessment from 1 to 5, 5 is the highest, 1 is the lowest, or let's say competent or not yet competent, so how will you rate yourself? Alright, so candidate number 2, you pass the written exam with the result of score of 26 over 30, which is good. But however, during the demonstration, so your wiring for calibration setup is incorrect, and during the oral questioning, some of your answers are also incorrect. So with that, you are not yet competent because you failed to perform all the tasks within the standard qualification for INC servicing NC2. But don't worry about that because you are not competent only for the COC2, which is calibrating the INC devices. And you will only need to be reassessed for that specific COC. So some other COCs you pass, but for a specific COC, which is calibrating the instrumentation and control devices, you will need to be reassessed. So in case you want to request for reassessment anytime, this is anytime at your convenience. And if you fail twice, you need to undergo a refresher course to be able to take the INC servicing NC2 again. Is that clear? Okay. So before you leave, please sign the competency assessment result summary. Okay. At the same time, your rating sheet. Okay. So are you done with that? Please have return papers to me. Okay. And I will give these papers to the assessment manager for him to sign, and let's wait for him to return to us. But before you leave, kindly evaluate the assessment process and me as the assessor. So again, good luck for your reassessment, and please come ready and prepared. Thank you so much. Okay, so that ends our assessment, and I will now hand over this competency assessment results to the AC manager. Sirs, these are the results.